So welcome back to Lisa's Family Table. This is part 2 of our whole tenderloin series. In our previous video, we showed you how to break down an entire tenderloin, and we've talked about the various recipes you can make with it. So today we're gonna start, just as if we're eating dinner, we're gonna start with the appetizer. So what we're gonna do is we've taken a baguette, we've cut it into just pieces of crostini, and we're gonna toast them. We've got the piece of the tenderloin wing that we showed you in our last video. And what we're going to do is we're going to sear it in a cast iron skillet. This is a French cast iron skillet, but you can use your traditional lodge. You really want a heavy skillet. We're going to sear it on a super high temperature. We're going to put some herbs in it. We're going to baste it, and we're going to bring it to 128 degrees internal temperature. We're going to let it rest. We're making a horseradish sauce. We're toasting our bread. And I've got some watercress here. So we'll go ahead and begin. So what Russell is doing is he's creating the crostini. He's putting some butter on them. And what else are you going to do to make these perfect? And how are you going to cook them?
Well, I'm going to just kind of broil them on the top. Watch to make sure that they get a little bit brown. But I'm going to put some garlic powder and a little bit of Italian seasoning.
Okay.
All right.
So while you're making that, I'm going to go ahead and make the horseradish sauce. So the recipe will be posted below. It's mayonnaise, sour cream, horseradish, Dijon mustard, salt and pepper to taste. And you can make it as spicy as you like. I tend to like mine a little on the spicy side, as most people that know me know. And you just stir it. That's how easy it is. It's so easy. Those crostini are really great.
So we've got them prepared. We've got them all seasoned up. And we've got the oven at 425. I'm going to stick them in here with the light on and watch really intently because they will come quickly.
Are you gonna be like this staring?
Yeah.
Because usually I burn the bread, so Russell's in charge of the bread. I always burn it if you've looked at some of our previous videos. So we're using Lisa's steak rub. We're gonna get our pan working up, getting hot. We're gonna season up. And then just, roll it around. You want all sides to have the flavor. Got some garlic as well that I want to put with the herbs. I'm just crushing it a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect on the garlic because it's just going to be part of it as we baste it a little bit. So it doesn't matter if some of the skins are on. Get there. And this is not a huge piece of meat. We may not even have to put this in the oven. It may do just fine on its own. We're really cooking to a temperature here. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's what we want. And so what we're looking for is we're trying to brown all sides of the meat, and then we're going to do some butter basting. And what that does is it creates a golden brown color to the tenderloin, which is the Maillard effect. And that's what we're looking for because that gives it extra flavor. Look at that beautiful color. It's coming around perfectly. Before I put the butter in, I'm going to reduce the temperature a little bit because as soon as it hits, it's going to brown. Okay, so we've got a good brown exterior. Now we're going to put the butter in, as I mentioned before. I've turned my heat down. It's reduced a little bit. I've got my garlic that's going in. I've got some herbs. This is thyme. It's going to pop a little bit. See? I love that sound. And what we want to do here is, again, you can see how it's kind of browned up, and that's what we want. I'm going to bring the butter and the garlic down here. And start basting. Get all that flavor on there. Get the garlic in it. You really want to do this for a couple minutes. Roll the meat around. My temperature's down too low now. I'm bringing it back up. Cooking it takes a little bit of intuition. You have to kind of adjust. Baking is more of a science, I think. Everything's a precise measure. Here you got to kind of watch. How's the heat? Is the butter getting too brown? All this flavor is wonderful. I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to get a thermometer out. I'm going to test it, see where we're at. We're kind of going into the center of the meat. As I mentioned before, we're looking for 128, so we got plenty of room here. So we're looking to bring it up to 128. And I'm gonna put this in the oven for a few minutes. It probably needs 3 or 4 minutes in the oven. We've pulled it out.
Okay, right there.
Yep, it's dead on 128. That's exactly what I wanted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out of the pan with the oil, take the herbs off of it, and roll it around in that butter one more time. Make sure I got all that flavor. Set it over here to rest. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cut this. We wanna cut it thin. I've sharpened my knife. This is like the chef's piece right here. We just wanna make sure it's good enough for our guests. It's cooked perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious.
Wow.
So tender.
Got a lot of flavor.
Yeah. We've got our elegant china for the tasting. You ready, honey?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you first. I'm
Okay.
nervous to taste it on camera. I don't want it to fall apart. Yeah. It's really great.
Is it? Well, we made good use of our tenderloin, didn't we? Mmm.
So good.
Mmm. I got you.
I loved it. For the first dish out of our tenderloin series, it's a winner.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love the watercress with it.
Yeah.
I think that turned out perfectly. It gives it the perfect freshness. As we mentioned, you can cook the tenderloin and serve at different temperatures. Your guests will absolutely love this. Serve it with a nice little glass of red wine. It'll be a great starter.
Oh, yes.
So from our
Absolutely.
table to yours.
Hey, come back and see us again.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you can get notification of our upcoming videos. We post every Thursday and you won't want to miss a single video.